How to get over an ex. Cool. So this is going to be pretty subjective depending on like your personality and like how much you love this girl, or if you did love this girl, or like, you know, it's going to depend on a lot of different factors, you know, your previous experience with women, how many times this happened to you, blah blah blah, right? This will be probably like a pretty quick video. The number one thing that happens after your ex, right? And the smartest thing that I would say for you to do, you know, it's going to depend on the situation largely. Like if you knew this woman was the one, then maybe you should reach out to her again, right? Or something like that. But for the most part, especially if she initiated it, you want to just go silent and work on yourself. This is like the simple sentence that everybody says. Fuck, this video is like so common sense. Maybe I shouldn't even post it. I'm going to post it anyway. Why not? Like, you just want to work on yourself and just get into the gym and genuinely just try to improve your looks and improve your career, and really just work on yourself and grow a garden so the butterfly comes back instead of chasing the butterfly. It's really that simple. If you like go back, especially after, trust me, you might think it's smart. You might want to find a way to like talk to her again because you miss her and you love her, and you can mourn for her and you can mourn for this relationship and you could wish to have it back. But the smartest thing for you to do, I'm telling you right now, is wait and play it smart, and don't say anything stupid, especially when your mind is still like irrational and you can't think straight. Because the biggest mistakes you make are the mistakes you make right after the event happens. Because especially if you don't have experience with the event, dude, like your brain is all over the place. You can't think clearly. You know, when I was going through derealization, dude, like my brain was scattered. I couldn't see the realism. I wasn't clear. Like it was a foreign thing to me. So like, I didn't know how to react to it. So a lot of the times when these things happen, not even just in relationships in general, but just like overall, like just experiences that you're unfamiliar with, or you don't know what to do and your mind feels scrambled after and you don't feel like correct and your like mind is racing. Especially when your mind is racing, the smartest thing for you to do is to just be silent and just wait. And write down how you're feeling, but write it down in a journal, and be very, very strategic, and don't say anything stupid, don't chase, don't do anything like that. Reflect on the situation. Again, like if you really love this girl, right, and like you know that she was the one, and maybe you were the one at fault and like you screwed things up and you want a second chance, you know, maybe give it some time and, you know, try to do it naturally. Don't go back like begging, don't say anything like that, but you know, you can be transparent and be like, I apologize for what happened, everything like that. I think we should get back together, anything like that, right? If she wasn't the one, or maybe she was the one but she then got with another guy after, that's when it's usually a no-go, because now she will, even if you do go back with her, let's say, and she maybe even likes you more, right? And like the grass wasn't greener on the other side with the new guy that she went with, but you know, she likes you more, you know, she loved you more, right? And she misses you, and maybe you guys get back together. Even if you guys do get back together, you will always unconsciously, and she won't admit it, but you'll always unconsciously be a plan B. Because she knows that you settled to be second place essentially, and you were okay with her leaving and coming back, and that gives her a lot of leverage. And love, you know, love is love, right? And there's not really, ideally, there's no leverage behind it, but like 99% of the time there is. And I'm telling you, like a strong majority of the time, it's not going to work out if that happens. You know, getting back with your ex is like a controversial, not controversial, but it's like a topic a lot of people talk about, because like you miss them and you want to feel things for them, and like, you know, getting back with your ex tends to be like the best like sex ever, right? But like, look, man, you gotta be smart. You gotta be smart, and you don't want to get attached again, because the same shit's gonna happen again. Whether it be on her end again, where she goes back to the guy, or she goes for a new guy, right? Because you're always gonna be that plan B, or you're so bitter about how she left, or you know, you'll never trust her fully again. So then you get with a new girl, and that just causes more problems, and it's just a bunch of toxicity. Yeah, this is more, I'm tailoring this more toward like if the girl was at fault. If the guy's at fault, it's a pretty, probably somewhat similar. I would have to like think about it more. Yeah, but like the smartest thing for you to do is genuinely just work on yourself. That's the thing that's going to pay dividends compared to you talking to your girlfriend for 3 hours. Most of the time, you know, love is nice, right? But it's not productive. It doesn't move you further. You want to do things that move you further. And what will move you far is looking better, improving your appearance, having a closer connection with God, gaining maturity, gaining knowledge, having a better network, having a nicer car, having a nice property, excelling in your career or in your company or your own personal business. And if she sees that, she's going to be like, oh shit. And she's going to be sad about what she missed out on. And deep down, she will want to either come back, or by that time, she would have moved on. And by that time, you would be ascended in so many areas that you would have likely moved on as well. And even if you didn't move on, even if you still have feelings for her, it won't be as strong as it was before. Also, like, remember, whatever will be, will be. Like, something I think about all the time, again, this doesn't just go with relationships, but it just goes in general. It really is true, the quote of whatever will be, will be. Most things are predetermined. You really lack control over a lot of the events that happen in your life. So the fact that this happened was likely predetermined because of your history and context and your development and her development and the experience that she went through and like her family life and the way she copes and the way that you cope. And this mixed together led to this result. And there's nothing much that you could do about it. Something that there was something that you could have said that would have, changed it. Most things are predetermined, man. So just remember that. Yeah, I would say if you really, 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 really do love her though, and if you were in the wrong, then you should maybe you should apologize. Yeah, that's about it. Peace.